So we're just going to turn left.
Turn
it's
left.
going to be back roads for like 5 minutes at least.
That's fine. Works
Cool.
for me. Yeah.
We'll go at nice, manageable pace. If it's too easy though, go boom, Francis, roundabouts, please.
Ayúdame, por favor. Like, help me out.
Can you speak Spanish?
It was half of my degree.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he's so interesting. Let's drive.
Okay, perfect. So,
Switch on.
yep. So my old instructor was like, even if you're at a standstill, like check all around the car anyway, just because you'd rather have the examiner know that you are looking too much than too little,
Yeah.
then especially if you're like about to come out of the road, where have these cars come from? Can you bugger off, please?
So we're going left.
Is your car diesel or petrol?
Petrol.
Thank you.
But it's quite hard to stall it.
Is it?
Not as hard as a diesel though.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay, so just gently off the clutch.
Yeah,
A little bit early to change gear. Normally at around 10 miles an hour, the car
Okay.
will be more comfortable
Okay, good
at
to
that
know.
point.
Sorry.
Cool, it's all right. There's no mistakes here, it's just a driving lesson. If you didn't make mistakes, what are you doing here?
Exactly. If I didn't make
your
mistakes,
driving
I wouldn't
test
be
already. Wouldn't be a learner.
would not be a learner.
And then I'd be quite bored driving around with someone who's perfect. What's the point in that?
That's true. Perfection is boring.
After the bridge, there's
Yeah.
a left turn. We're going to take that.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I need to speed up a little bit. I know that. Sorry.
What are we going to start with?
What? Mirror signal maneuver?
Yep, cool.
There's
Let's do
also a
it.
bike behind me.
It's all right. Let's let them know where we're going.
Can you bugger off, please, sir?
Okay, smooth. Nice steering. Oh, it's our bath friend again.
Oh my god, can he like... He's just like the coolest geese. He just knows everyone. Can this line bike... Does he like want to be my friend?
Do you want to come and see my OBD port? Not right now.
No thanks, mate.
Middle of something. Thanks,
Yeah,
though.
it sounds a bit like... It's like, OBD port or something else.
If you didn't know what an OBD port was,
I don't
then,
know what an OBD port
then it might
is.
sound like that.
Yeah, go around me, please, because you're annoying me. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Nice. How does this feel so far? Comfortable?
Yeah, absolutely fine.
Okay, nice. Absolutely fine. Okay, good.
Yeah.
We'll do some more left and right turns,
Yeah.
and then maybe we'll start to speed it up on some quicker roads.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Woo! See, I think I'm better at this than I think I am, but then I just felt like it is just time in the car.
How good do you think you are at this?
Christ knows, to be perfectly honest. Like, because I think as well, because I don't know these streets, it's just a bit like, it's just a bit worrying.
Fair.
Because I don't know where I am.
Whatever happens on the road, though, we should be able to just look ahead and use what we know about the road to decide what to do next. So we can see the road's bending to the right.
Yeah, so
What's
I know.
the actions? Slow down, be aware of things coming
Yeah,
opposite.
just double check mirrors,
Yeah.
just in case there's like a guy with geese with a line bike.
We're going to turn left at the end. So let's start from here. Boom.
Oh my god, come back.
It's all right.
And it's a gear
Clutch down,
brake.
brake. Cool, stop. Back into first gear. We'll do it again on this one.
Yeah.
But normally at a giveaway line, because we have to look left and right, we need to be at a really slow speed.
Okay.
So we'll use first gear for all giveaway lines.
Okay, should I drop into second?
Let's go into second now, yeah. And then we'll turn left at the end and we'll just practice that again.
Okay.
So mirror, nicely done. Signal, good. And just before we get to the end, let's go clutch down, first gear. Check if it's clear. We don't have to stop if it is, but if it is, then we've got a nice slow speed to be able to make that safe decision. At this giveaway line, we're going to go left again.
Okay. Annoying that I have to keep dropping in and out of gears, but I guess that's driving and that's why I'm getting an automatic.
Boo.
Go.
Nicely
Six
done.
right.
Yes, that was great.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Because it's slightly uphill, going to do that.
Nice quick decision, dealt with the hill beautifully. Why are we getting an automatic, Annie?
Because, you know what, this is an ADHD thing, it's just something else to not worry about. Like when I'm driving, I'd rather be focused on like the safety of other people.
Right.
And like me in the car than having to focus on like gears the whole time, because I do sometimes get easily overwhelmed.
I can't take the piss out of automatics now you said that.
Ah ha 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 ha! Come as a bitch. But is it 30? That's nice.
It will be for like 10 metres. There's a 20 sign around the corner.
Okay, that's good.
Coming up to Lewisham. No Lewisham? Been to Lewisham before?
No, but there was a
Never?
guy. No, but there was a guy in my Spanish class.
You're going to turn right at the lights.
Right at the lights, okay, at the lights there. I mean, I need to check, yeah.
Nice and smooth on the brakes.
Quick question. My old driving instructor used to say at a light, put your handbrake on.
Oh, old school. Was he old?
Yes.
Old school.
Old school.
Very old school.
Would I need to do that in the test, or would it just be like...
You don't have to do that in the test. You don't have to do that when you're driving.
Okay.
You can keep it in first gear and keep the clutch down, keep the brake on, like you're doing. Or if you want to give your feet a rest, go into neutral, put the handbrake on.
Okay.
Either way is absolutely fine.
Okay.
On the driving test, they're not assessing how you use the car. They're just making sure, or they want to see that whatever you're doing has the intended effect and it's safe.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we're turning right. Let's assess the road ahead, see what's going to happen around that bend. What can we see?
A guy on a bike crossing. I mean, it's green for them, but there's
Cool.
also a bus lane. Woo,
Yes,
buses!
that's what I wanted you to see.
Love me a bus lane. Let's get you a fine. No.
You love a bus lane?
No, I hate.
Because you love a
Well,
bus.
because I love a bus, because I can't drive.
Public transport.
Yeah, little public transport queen, me. Oh,
So why do you need a license?
Because oh shit, sorry, just using the...
Sorry?
Also, sorry about the language. I do have a tendency to swear like a sailor.
Bring it on. We can swear on YouTube. That's fine.
Because I basically, like, I've had some shoots in, like, quite bizarre places. I say bizarre, just, like, far away from London. Then, like, public transport, like, takes you in and out of, like... Well, especially if you're from, like... So getting here was a nightmare because, you know, like, getting anywhere is, like... South to south is just a bit of an issue because you end up...
Just noting it's 20 on this road.
Okay, it's cool. Just gonna start speeding.
Takes ages to get around.
Takes ages, and you've got to go into Central to come back out. So, like, getting to Blenheim would have taken me an hour and a half in the car, but it took me, like, absolutely ages on public transport just because it was public transport, and also it's in, like, Woodstock, wherever Woodstock is.
Don't even know.
Oxford. But
okay.
like getting up there is just like a nightmare. And I've had shoots in Southampton. It's kind of gotten to a point now where it's like it'd just be convenient if I could drive, just because, like, even just like, you know, hopping in the car and picking my mum up from the pub. No, she doesn't go to the pub often, but, like, you know what I mean. Like
having the option.
Having the option.
Airport runs and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Airport runs. Like, I'm just gonna drop into second just to, like, slow the car up a bit. Because that's sometimes easier than braking, and yeah, it's just like and also it's just like a good skill to have. Like, I've had a few, like, jobs come in where it's like, can you drive, and I say no, and they're like, okay, so we can't book you for this job because you don't have a license.
Oh really? Why would you need a license to do
modelling cars? Like, if like, if you have to drive, if you have
when Fiat call, you can't take the job.
Exactly. Like, I probably look like a poster girl for a Fiat 500, and I can't
Fiat though, I can, just FYI.
Nice. So it's just like, you know, it's just also like, it's a life skill. Like, I want to have it.
I did do work with Fiat.
Did you?
Yeah, it's fun.
What?
Taught Jamie Lang how to drive.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, how old was he when he learned to drive?
How old is he now? It was last year.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So he didn't know how to. If Jamie Lang didn't know how to drive, then that's
It's absolutely fine.
Then I'm absolutely. I think I saw him. So I went to school in Putney, and I think I literally saw him, like, on like Putney High Street once when I was, like, much
on
younger.
his little Vespa.
Well, no, I mean years
okay,
ago
right.
now, because I'm like 25. This would have been when I was like 13.
Oh my god, Ali's so old. Damn.
Yeah, I'm basically dead. No. Just gonna do that.
Nice. So far, this has been really good.
Has it?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
I think
shit.
your skill level is a lot higher than you give yourself credit for.
Okay, good. That's all. Yeah, I mean, I'd hope so, because I can keep going. Even though it's red, there's space for me.
So just think about how far back we want to stop from the car in front. The more space you give yourself, the less pressure you'll be under.
Let's stop there.
Nice. The closer we follow things, it's like, oh, I need to react quickly. Oh,
Yeah.
But if we just give ourselves space,
A little bit of
even in
breathing
moving
room.
traffic, breathing room, it helps you to
Okay.
breathe.
But yeah, so
So what do you do? Modelling.
Model.
Okay,
Yeah, and I'm
sick.
starting to, like, get into, like, dabble in acting, but it's like
Dabbling.
It's hard out here at the moment.
Not going full into it.
Well, like, I've just started. Like, I've got an acting coach.
Not
I'm
going to
like,
be in the next Hunger Games. Just doing a small bit.
I mean, I hope so, but
Yeah.
like, you know, it's just like getting in front of the right people. But yeah, modelling, which is also hilarious because my degree is not
What did you do in uni?
Politics and Spanish.
Okay, that's how come you can speak Spanish.
Yeah. So it's like
Politics and Spanish, an interesting one.
Yeah.
What were you planning on doing?
That's the thing. Everyone. That's fine. I can do that. Everyone always like says
keep
like
left.
keep left. Okay. Everyone always asks me like, oh, do you want to go into politics? And I was like, I'd rather shit in my hands and clap than go into politics.
Like be a translator or a diplomat or something maybe?
Well, maybe, but like also, my biggest issue is though, I graduated in 2020. So I graduated into the pandemic. I literally sent my last email from my ex-boyfriend's parents' kitchen, like last essay from my ex-boyfriend's parents' kitchen table, and like didn't go to the pub, didn't do anything fun. And at the time they were only looking for, like nobody was hiring, and they were only hiring language people who like were fluent or native, and I'm not, which is, you know, upsetting, but I didn't do a year abroad because of like anxiety and stuff and all my hip problems. So I did like a summer abroad, and I was an au pair for a Spanish family. So my like fluency was good, but it wasn't like amazing. But also everyone I know had to come home from their year abroads anyway because of the pandemic. So it's like...
Or get stuck abroad, that wouldn't have been fun.
So my friend's boyfriend was in China.
Ooh.
And there's like a photo of him. Can I stay in a second? Yes, I can.
Thinking about what's coming up next?
Yeah, a bus. I'm going to have to go around it.
If they keep signalling left, we're going to plan to go around them. But if not, we can think about what to do next. Like, let the bus go first if you start signalling right. Is there enough space for us to go around? Or do we want to wait behind the bus?
I think there's enough space.
Cool, let's do it.
She says bravely. Oh, signalling left me.
Cool.
I'm a
Go
learner.
We're already committed. Nice.
Okay, I mean,
cool.
it's better to be too obvious with the signalling than not.
Let's think about that signal though. Was that more helpful than misleading? If you were following this car and they started signalling right, what would you assume that they were doing?
Going into that road.
Probably, or using a driveway.
Oh yeah, good
Signalling
shout.
left, you
So
might
just-
think driveway.
Okay, yeah.
If there was a bus in front of the red car, you could see the bus though.
Yeah.
And if they didn't overtake the bus, that would be more confusing. So we're expecting them to overtake the bus.
Right, okay.
Having a signal as well would then maybe
Like,
make us think, what are
what-
they doing?
yeah, what's she
I know
on?
you are going to overtake the bus. That's like obvious. Why are you
Yeah.
signalling though? Turning right?
No, yeah, that makes sense.
So it might not be more helpful than misleading. It might be more misleading than helpful to
Yeah.
signal to overtake things.
Yeah, you're right. That makes loads of sense. Yeah, because I guess it's kind of obvious when you're it is much like sounds really dumb, but it's common sense. It's like, what's she up to?
Plus the position of your car is a signal. You
Right.
start moving to the right to overtake. I know that you're going to overtake.
Yeah,
The signal isn't necessary to confirm it.
yeah, fair.
That was a long explanation of just
No,
saying
but
don't signal to overtake buses. Sorry.
That's literally like, that's fine. It made sense, which is good because I always needed that.
Cool.
Because I used to have like driving instructors. I've had like a few driving instructors. Some of them have been ex-boyfriends. But one of them, she was very like,
One of the ex-boyfriends,
no. One of my Manchester driving instructors. She was nice, but like when we were doing manoeuvres and stuff, she kept talking about like the thickness of a pound in terms of the
The
pedal.
gas, yeah.
And I was literally like, babe, you're not. And like anytime I do something, she'd be like, not barking, but it's just like, you know, it's just quite a lot. And I was always just like I'm just like, what do you want me to do? And she'd be like, thickness of a pound. I'd be like,
What is that?
like, what do you need? Like, clutch. And she'd be like, thickness of a pound, thickness of a pound. And I'd be like, okay, well, I can't focus on doing the maneuver right because you're too busy, like, scaring me shitless.
It is, I don't know if that was ever helpful. I've been taught to use that as an example, like as an instructor doing training, but I've never used thickness of a pound to describe how much to press the clutch or the accelerator.
I get that it's like a tiny amount, but I also think kids these days don't touch cash. Like, I mean, I know, again, I'm not old. Oh, shit, sorry. I'm not like old by any stretch of the imagination, but like, so I still used cash growing up. Like, I'm not part of like, but 17-year-olds these days, they were born in what, like 2000 and, Christ, I don't even want to know. But they were like, they don't use cash, so they won't really know what that means, which is kind of dumb.
The thickness, surely 17-year-olds would know what the thickness of a
but
pound
it
looks
won't
like.
be as familiar to them as
True
like,
story, yeah.
you'd be like, you could say like the mouthpiece of an elf bar, like that's probably the same thickness, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't, like, it's just, I feel like that's quite an outdated one.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, maybe someone needs to come up with something new, or like.
I just say bring the level of the engine
just,
up slightly,
like gently,
and then
like
you can hear it.
the whole pound thing is a bit like weird.
At the traffic lights, we're going to turn left.
Are we? Okay.
I feel like so far this has been too easy.
Okay.
I've been easing you into the slightly faster roads. This is still too easy.
Okay.
Correct?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shall we up the level?
Let's
up
do
the
it.
ante?
Yeah.
Boom.
Let's get terrified. But like,
Not gonna get it's not going to
it's like kids these days. Because when I was the au pair in Spain, there was a there was a song that they really loved that had like the Apple ringtone in it. And they basically like, and they'd be like picking up the phone, and I'd be like, no, this is a phone. And they were like, no, this is a phone. And it occurred to me, I had to explain what a landline was in Spanish.
No way.
Yeah, so I was literally like...
Yeah, when I do phone, I do that emoji on my,
So it was literally like, so I had to explain what a landline was and what like...
Why would it have a wire?
They were like, ¿qué? And I was like, no. And then I was like, there was like, I didn't know what the word for receiver was in Spanish. Like, you tell me, I don't even know what that, like...
El teléfono.
El teléfono is phone, but like, I don't know what receiver is. I just like...
Interesting.
I was like, mouthpiece? I was like, and then, oh, don't pull out on me.
It's cool. We can anticipate it, slow down.
Or just yell at her.
So what we're going to do is perfect these junctions.
Okay.
Lefts, rights, crossroads, all of it. We're going to make it sick. We're going to make it perfect.
Bro.
Got this. So we're going to go straight on from here.
Okay.
And when we're driving, this is such a legit technique. Like, plan what you're going to do next. Plan what's happening next. So red light, what are we going to do? Stop behind the car. How far back?
As far as we want.
Now we've stopped. What's going to happen next? Light's going to turn green. How are we going to move the clutch, gas, brake? Everything should be planned out in advance. What's happening next? This guy's got his door open. Is someone going to step out? Nice mirror check.
Just double check.
And then we're going to take the next road on the left.
So I'm going to move in a second because your car sounds grumpy.
Let's do that. Or we can take a left at the end. That's fine too.
Oh, sorry, I completely spaced when you said left. In my head, I was like, yay, end, but I don't know these roads.
Okay. Nice.
To give way.
You're such a legit driver. Okay.
Oh, shit, sorry, that was completely an us.
Oh, damn. I think I might have jinxed it there. That might have been my fault.
Yeah, you actually just...
That was
like,
completely my fault.
Yep.
So let's work on that procedure, especially for...
That's also not going
a give-way line.
Yeah.
I know you learnt mirror signal manoeuvre, but let's make it expand a little bit. That's the old school way of doing it.
Okay. Yeah.
Can we modernise it?
Yeah.
Like turning pounds into elf bars. Let's turn left.
Yeah. Turn left.
Sorry, just past the skip. We're going to turn left. So we're going to do mirror signal and then position and speed.
Okay.
All the things that you need to think about before a junction. So let's go through that now. Mirrors, signal. Yeah. What position do I need to attack this junction? And then what speed am I going to go around this bend? First or second gear is also nice.
Probably first.
And just by expanding it a little bit, we've also thought about the speed instead of just leaving it to chance.
Right, okay.
Gonna do that again.
Okay.
Let's go up into second. Speed. Turn left, go through the checklist. Mirror, signal.
Position.
Positioning's great. What about speed?
Slow down.
Nice, let's do it. It's a left turn, the road's quite narrow.
Need to check.
Is that helpful?
Yes, very.
I feel like on the first give-way line, there wasn't the thought about speed, so we just went around it a little bit too fast.
Yeah.
Cruised around the corner.
Just yeet.
Yeeted the above into an oncoming vehicle.
Okay. I was born in '99. I'm trying to be down with the kids.
I'm not sure I like teaching you anymore, Annie.
I'm so sorry.
99 is wow.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I felt really old on the shoot recently because basically they were like, oh, I was shooting with a male model and they were like, oh, can you guys hold hands and like pretend to be a couple? I was like, yeah, fine. It's like, I've had so many fake boyfriends at this point. And I was like, how old are you? And he was like, I'm 19. And I was like, you was born in 2005.
Turn left here. Mirror, signal, positioning to turn left.
I just didn't like this car.
Boom, nice. Now we've thought about everything. The speed's great. We can look left and right. 19 to 25, is that massive?
Well, 6 years, and I was like, but it's the first time I've done a shoot like that, and I've like...
Could you not pass off as a couple?
We could, really well actually, which is quite nice.
Let's do it again.
I was also like, he also thought I was like 21, and I was like, yes, thank you.
Because there's such a huge difference.
Yeah, such a massive one. But I was like, oh, so when you were born and I was 6 years old, and I remember being 6, I was like, this is just like, it's just weird that now I remember how old, like, I can remember the time when, like, people younger than me were born, if that makes any sense. Like,
right.
yeah, I was like, that's a bit weird and cougary from me. It's like, he's 19. We had to explain what a VHS was to him.
You did not have VHS. You're
I did,
25.
no, I'm serious, because I'm in that, like, weird, bus. I'm in
What
that.
are we going to do about it?
Slow down.
Cool. Is there room for 2?
Yes, there is.
Nice.
That's fine.
Good plan.
Am I turning left again? I'm going straight.
We're going to go straight.
Okay. He basically, like, well, no, because I'm in what they call, like, the Zennial, like, group, where we still remember what, like, we're still, how do I put this? So we're in, like, I still remember, I had all the Barbie movies on VHS. You know, like, I remember landlines. I had to teach a 16-year-old how to use a landline once. That was a traumatizing experience.
Do you know what makes you really old?
What?
If you remember dial-up internet.
I remember dial-up
No
internet.
way.
I do remember that.
Are you sure you're 25?
I'm sure, but I do, like, because it wasn't so long ago that, like, that stuff was, like, a thing. So it's like, I do remember all of this. And
Nice. Even giving the thanks. We're going to turn right at the end.
turn right at the end. Okay. Can you give me some space, please? Sorry. Thank you. And yeah, so I do remember all this stuff.
Back into first for the speeds, then we can look left and right.
Left and right and left, and on a little bit of hill, so give it some welly. And is he crossing? No, he's not. Cool, thanks, geese. So, like, but I do, like, I'm also the age of, like, Snapchat and TikTok, and, like, don't really remember life without mobile phones. And so I'm, like, what they call, because I think it's, like, 1997 is the, like, start of Gen Z, but there's a lot of us, I think it's, like, 97 to, like, 01, 02, who are all in, like, the weird, like, middle phase where you don't, like, you're, like, a weird crossover in terms of the tech.
I never really got the gen thing. What gen am I? I'm before that, 87. I'm 36. No,
I think you're
am I?
still a millennial.
What's that mean?
I don't know. Something about avocado on toast. I'm not, like, I have to pigeon please me, otherwise I will run you over.
We
Thank
are
you.
going to turn left.
Turning left, okay.
Yes, that's what we like to see. Let's go.
And I can go.
So this is here the Green Driving Test Centre. This is
Oh.
the area that the tests start in. Isn't it nice and chill? It's just basically like calm back roads.
Fine, I will cancel my thing and I will
I
come and
think
do my
so.
driving test around here. This
How
is
can you
so
fail on
chill.
this is chill, right?
This is so chill.
You have to drive for at least 5 minutes to reach a main road from this spot.
Oh,
That's the start of your driving
stunning.
test, right?
Incredible
Yeah.
scenes. That's literally.
Here the Green's my favourite is actually.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have done, like, loads of them too.
Here, yes. I even did my L test here. Let's take the next road on the right.
On the right.
This one.
This one.
Yes.
Sorry. Just gonna...
Oh, look, it's your road.
Knowles Hill. Wait. Ooh, sorry.
Just testing me there.
Thanks. Distracting me with my name.
Okay, this is great. I think we polished I was noticing that there was a little like improvement I could make with junctions.
Okay.
That was great, apart from the steering.
Apart
But that
from-
was my fault for the
Oversteering.
distraction.
Yeah.
And now it's great. Junctions are perfect.
Okay.
What I want to do next is just slightly tweak your hill start procedure. Is that
Okay.
cool?
Yep, that's fine
I
by
noticed
me.
as we were behind those vehicles on the big hill, it was like a little bit of jumping
Yeah.
and a little bit rolly back. Let's
Yeah.
turn right. Do you know how to do a hill start properly?
I think it's been a while.
Been a while.
But the
Okay,
thing is,
cool.
where I live is all like big hills anyway, so it's like if you can't do a
Turn
hill
right
start,
again.
right again. If you can't do a hill start in Wimbledon, you are absolutely buggered.
How come you haven't been practicing then? Because you have people around you that have cars and stuff, and this driving's clearly okay. I've helped very little, I'll be honest.
Okay. I think it's like I need someone to go out with me, and it's, you know, having just because my job is so sporadic. Like sometimes I can book in time with my mum to be like, hey, let's go for it, and she
We're
has.
going to just stop on the left.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Sorry, that was quite aggressive.
That'll do. Looks like there's some Huge ass boulders in the road. We'll try and avoid them.
Yeah, I'll do my best to not dent your car.
Thank you, because I love it. So, what do you think of the car?
It's so cute. I love it.
Yeah?
It's so good. It's so easy to drive.
It is. It really is. Yeah, it's so easy. Even though it's a petrol, it's like...
Oh, it's stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning. And also, I think I have a bit of a mental block with my mum's car.
What
Because
is
I stalled it so many times. Mini one.
Okay.
And the clutch is heavy. And my mum's like, it's really not that bad, just got used to it. And then she's there like whacking her own leg and she's like, oh, my knee just can't take this clutch. And I was like, you're trying to sell me on this car being easy to drive? And she's like, Annie, I want an automatic, but one of you has to pass first. Because I've got 2 siblings and my sister's 18 months younger than me. And my brother just turned 21, so he's 4 years younger than me.
Can either of them drive?
My brother apparently can drive perfectly, but he failed his test because, just in the engine off.
Eco-friendly, thank you.
Yeah.
Are you eco-friendly? Or are you not young enough for that?
I'm eco-friendly. Just thinking about the environment. Live, laugh, love, you know. All I do every day is think about the turtles. No, I do my best. But he got failed on his test because he got cut off by someone who was speeding.
Okay.
And because the instructor got to his pedals before my brother did, on impulse, automatic fail. So, but the instructor was like, oh, you were driving perfectly up until then. And my brother was like...
Why can't I get a license? This happens so much because the test is black and white.
Yeah.
And there's no like grey area or in between. Like your driving was great, but just work on that. You can have a license.
It's like my brother still got to the pedals. I think it was literally like a millisecond. But also because the instructor impulsively did it because of somebody else's bad driving. It's like, it's unfair that my brother got failed for that because...
There's so many things like that people will tell you that happened to them on a driving test.
Yeah, and it's like, but in all honesty, if that were to be an accident, my brother wasn't doing the unsafe driving.
Yeah, true.
My brother was driving at the speed limit on a road and like at a good time as well. It was that sort of golden hour where it's not school drop off, like...
lunchtime.
Like pre-lunchtime in between drop-off, I think it was like 11 o'clock in the morning.
11 driving test.
Yeah, and
best time.
Exactly. So, but there was literally nothing he could have done differently because his instructor went...
Sometimes that's just the way it goes on a driving test.
Now we can't get another test, so it's like, wait.
Oh, give him my tips. Just sit there for refreshing.
Yeah.
And especially if you do what you do, you're not like in an office or doing stuff all day. You can just sit there with an iPad while watching Netflix and just bang, refresh,
yeah, exactly,
refresh.
Yeah.
Don't know if you watch Netflix.
Love it.
We're
Disney Plus, yeah.
We're promoting Disney Plus. While you sit there with an iPad pressing Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, refreshing.
Yeah. No, I model for Disney.
What?
I model for Disney.
Do you?
Yeah.
There you go. Not Netflix. Fuck Netflix.
Yeah, do on. But I want to be on Bridgerton, so maybe like love you Netflix, but it's not as much as Disney because you've not paid me yet.
What do you do for Disney?
I model their like ears and stuff. And
So, do you?
Yeah. Seriously,
Legend.
I can show you photos.